The Shanghai Masters is set to return as the opening invitational tournament of the season this month, with the world's top 16 plus 8 wildcards vying for the treasured trophy in the cosmopolitan megalopolis. Last year's edition took place between the 11th and 17th of September in the stunning city. The world's top 8 players would receive an immediate bye to the second round, with the remaining 8 in the top 16 facing chosen Chinese wildcards. John Higgins opened proceedings with a whitewash win over Harwei Deng, with Gary Wilson falling early to former European Masters champion Fan Zhengyi. Hossein Vafaei defeated the now pro Gong Chenji 6-1, with Ali Carter and Ding Junhui defeating Zihao Dong and Chinese wonderkid Si Jiawei in comfortable fashion. Jack Lisowski got the better of Zhou Yulong in a decider, with Mark Williams and Rob Milkins bypassing Pang Junshu and Bai Yulu with 6-1 scorelines. Round 2 saw the top 8 players enter the fray, and Higgins would topple Kyron Wilson, now world champion, 6-3. Wilson would of course gain revenge on the Scot by defeating him at the Crucible later that season. Judd Trump beat Jack Lisowski in a deciding frame between close friends. Mark Selby knocked out Hossein Vafaei in a decider, with Ronnie O'Sullivan beating Ali Carter 6-3. Reigning world champion Luca Brissell beat Mark Williams 6-4, with Fan Zhengyi continuing his fantastic run by defeating the pistol Mark Allen. Neil Robertson and Robert Milkins came through deciders against Ding Junhui and Shaun Murphy to reach the last 8. The quarterfinals began with 2 greats in Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins playing to a decider. The Rocket would edge out his class of 92 colleague in the final frame with a stunning 130. Mark Selby knocked out Judd Trump in a resounding 6-1 demolition, with Neil Robertson dealing the same fate to Fan Zhengyi. Luca Brissell would then power through Robert Milkins with a silky 6-3 victory. The final 4 saw O'Sullivan and Selby face off in another tough battle between 2 greats, with 11 world championships between them. O'Sullivan would come out on top though in flamboyant style, winning the last 3 frames in a 10-7 win. He struck 3 centuries, including another final frame dazzler. Luca Brissell then booked his place in the final with a win over Neil Robertson in an identical scoreline. Brissell was always ahead in the match, first leading 3-0, but was pegged back by the Thunder from down under until the score reached 7-6. The Bullet would win 3 of the last 4 to then parade to a show-stopping final with the Rocket. In a best of 21 during the stunning city of Shanghai, Ronnie O'Sullivan versus Luca Brissell, you couldn't really ask for a more mouth-watering fixture in snooker at the time. O'Sullivan started fast, winning 3 of the first opening 4 frames to establish a lead before Brissell hit back with an identical pattern. At 4-4, the match was anyone's, but O'Sullivan was always edging further ahead despite the Belgians' best efforts. The Rocket hit a masterful 1-4-3, the tournament's high break, in the 16th frame to extend his lead to 9-7, before notching a 120 to go 10-7 up and just a frame away. But Brissell was not done yet. His bulldog-like approach won him the next 2 frames to go to 10-9. Was the pressure going to get to O'Sullivan? Of course not. 67-47 in the final frame to win his 5th title in Shanghai. If you're looking forward to watching the Shanghai Masters this season, you can do so on Eurosport and keep up to date with all of the action on the WST social channels. Who's going to win it this year? Leave your predictions in the comments.